friend. How are you doing today?
Good. And you?
Nothing much. You know, trying to take everybody on a tour, trying to show what wastewater treatment is really about. Because, you know, we see it, we hear about it, and, you know, we do it, but, you know, flush and forget, right?
Right.
So could you mind taking us on a tour if I accompany you with your day-to-day?
I'd be happy to.
What do you got going on today? What you got right here?
Well, I was just checking out some of the levels of our water in our filters. We have these cameras that we set up here. We have cameras all over the plant, so it gets me a chance to look at everything without having to really go out there. So it makes it pretty nice. It's my aqua diamond filters here.
Well, we can go out there today, right?
Yes, we sure are.
After you?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Introducing Turkey Creek Wastewater Treatment Facility, the largest of 2 wastewater facilities in our corner of the state, treating 15 million gallons of wastewater per day. And don't worry about the smell. I'll bear it for all of us.
You flush, you brush, you take a shower. Water down the drain, where does it go? Out of sight, out of mind, right? I'm standing in the main influent bar screen. It acts as a barrier between larger debris and what needs to get through to be treated.
Being in the first line of treatment, seeing as this is the entry point of all the wastewater entering the facility.
During high water events, water levels under the main bar screen structure can raise up to almost shoulder height. Debris that's small enough to get past the first bar screen is then caught up in the secondary bar screen breaks. It takes up whatever else is left and then puts it in a receptacle on the other side.
I think this rake machine must have the worst job in the facility.
The last step of the first phase of the wastewater treatment is the collection and the disposal of the small debris in these receptacles. The waste management comes and collects them and then takes them off.
It goes through our grit chambers, and we have grinders. So anything that gets past our rake bar screen down there that gets up there, it chews it up, makes it smaller so our pumps can handle it.
Enter the splitter box. The main functionality of the splitter box is when the main flow comes into the plant, it goes through the splitter box, splits it up evenly, and then distributes it into the primary clarifiers.
These are the primary clarifiers. Once the water is received from the splitter box, it is treated right here, meaning the solids sink to the bottom and the floaters float. There is an arm on top that skims the top for the floaters and removes them. Once they're removed, they are recycled back into the splitter box for another round of treatment rather. Once they're treated, they are pushed up then to the trickling filters, which we'll see here shortly. Come on. Turkey Creek has 4 trickling filters, each one of them filled with fixed filtering media. It is an organic type of filter that the water trickles down in and is then processed throughout the plant further.
Acting as a filter firewall, literally, catching any small debris that could have gotten past the primary clarifiers.
The oxidation ditch. Right here, the water is aerated for the bugs. And no, I don't mean bugs like ants or spiders or anything like that. Microscopic organisms who feed on the bacteria inside the water who help aid the treatment of the facility. Continuing our tour in the wastewater treatment facility, we are in the Aqua Diamond filter room. This is where the water is once again filtered and cleaned through a cloth media. Right here.
Using a unique diamond-shaped pattern to remove fine particulate, sand-like debris, almost invisible to the eye. The water is almost clean enough to be effluent. That's just a fancy word for the water that flows out of the facility back into Turkey Creek.
Last step before the effluent is released into the stream, these UV bulbs that pass a ton of UV light. And that UV light is so bright and so intense, it kills off any living microorganisms in there. So that UV disinfection is the last step prior to releasing into the stream.
Hey, Kevin, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going through the final stages of completing our tour. This is our finished product of what all it's all for.
Wow.
If you're thirsty, have a drink.
Super clean. Well, thank you for taking us around, man. We
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Well, we made it. It's been a long day, a long episode. For the first episode of Around Joplin with Friends, we're at the final resting place of the water in the Turkey Creek Wastewater Treatment Facility. I hope you guys learned something for the first time, maybe something reiterated for the last time. But this is where the water ends up, clear to drink out of, clear to swim in, clear to fish in. All thanks to Turkey Creek Wastewater Treatment Facility. Thank you guys for tuning in.